we're every day complaining about things we don't have control over. And that's a normal thing, that's a natural thing. We're always blaming on things we don't have control, or we always have to put the blame on someone or something. If, for example, we play a match of a sport or a game, and when you lose the match, you have to blame someone or something because it didn't go well. And what happens is many times we're blaming on things that make no sense to be blamed on. This happens and this gives us stress, anxiety. This is a really bad habit. That's the principle of Stoicism. Talk a lot about it. That is not blaming things that you don't have control over. So I have one thing, bad genetic thing, for example, that I have like this hole in my chest. My chest is like inwards. Like you can see here, really inwards. Thing is, I'm not sad about it. I don't care. I was born that way. My cards, when I was born, this was an extra attribute that was added to my profile. So I know since there are many people that suffer a lot from, for example, this thing of the having the chest inwards. Many people are they're so afraid of taking off their shirts because of this chest thing. I don't know. I just find it interesting. It's a thing that I use it as a trophy instead of a bad thing. I know it's bad genetics, but I managed to improve it because I have started going to the gym and my chest started growing, so you can barely notice. I don't know. I don't care, to be honest, for this thing. And people say, "Oh, I feel bad for you. Bad chest genetics. Oh, bad chest, so bad." I don't care. I don't. I was born that way. Did I choose to be born that way? No, I didn't choose. People don't choose to be born without like a leg or without being able to talk or hear, and they have to live with it. They live that way. Why should they put their blame on everything on those things? I can simply say, huh, man, I can go to the gym as much as I want, but I won't have. I won't look good because of my chest, because of the inwards. Eh, It's just ridiculous to think like this. It's a thing you were born with, and you can change it. So why should you look like, I'm sad because of that? I'm just really sad because of it. It makes no sense, man. Just live with it. Just try to, if you can improve this thing, or if you can make it less noticeable, like I did. Okay, good. If you can change it, just live with it. Don't. I know if you can't walk, for example, and you want to be a basketball player, you won't. I know this might sound, you won't actually be able to be a professional basketball player, like play with LeBron James and all these guys, but you can be a professional basketball player in a wheelchair, or I don't know, in the future they create legs that you can walk, you substitute your legs if those things don't exist today, nowadays, I don't know, to be honest. But you can just never become a basketball player because I can't jump, I don't have my legs and everything. And you like keep on putting all the blame that you can be a professional basketball player because of this. No, don't do that. Try to change. If you actually want to be, go for it. Try to enter the Paralympics or something. There are many YouTubers also that have this chess thing. They're trying to be bodybuilders and they have a really good physique. So that like motivates me. So it's one thing that makes no sense. And this happens every day in our lives. It's not about physique or things in our body. It's like also about things we do on an everyday basis. I have a friend in my school. It's a friend of mine. If he watches this video, he probably know that but he doesn't take his shirt off. Not his shirt, but his long sleeves, things with long sleeves, like his jersey. He's always wearing those things because he's afraid. People thinking he's small. He goes gym and he's always like in the gym wearing those things. It's like, I find it so ridiculous, man. Like in a hot day, 30 something degrees, he's wearing long sleeves and something. And it's not because it's cold, just because he's afraid of showing his body and people thinking he's small. I know it sounds ridiculous, right? It sounds ridiculous. Apart from being a thing you don't have control over, because if you are, for example, eating well, controlling your diet, exercising well, targeting the muscles, everything, you grow. But people have different genetic from others. So maybe I might grow in 1 month and you might grow in 3 months. And in 2 years you'll be bigger than me. It's just a matter of time and a matter of genetics, and genetics, man, it's a thing that you can't change. People have better genetics than others. We can't change that. It's just this friend of mine is just searching for others' validation for not being judged or something. That's so ridiculous. Not living his life, not being afraid of like showing his arms and stuff. So bad. I know there are many people that like have some things in their body that they don't want to show to anyone. Depending on the case, I think it's okay depending on what is it. But you shouldn't like be limiting yourself to do things because of that. It's so sad when this happens. I actually feel really sad when that happens. And what I was talking about is not a thing that only affects your appearance or your body. It's also in your everyday life, for example. If you're going to your job or something and you see that there are a lot of cars in front of you, traffic, and you get late to your job, late to an important meeting. Are you the one who chooses if there's going to be traffic or not? If you didn't know there was going to be a lot of traffic, a lot of traffic, and you're going to be late to your job, why should you get angry because of this? My boss will get mad at me. I'll get late to the meeting. Makes sense. But did you choose for there to be traffic? You're getting stressed because of something that you didn't choose, didn't have control over it. You understand what I'm saying? You're getting mad of something you don't have control. The thing just happened and there are consequences. But why should you get stressed? That's a thing that you don't have control over. Weather, for example, also. You want to play football with your friends on a Saturday, but it started raining. You get stressed. No, I want to play football with my friends. That's the only chance I had. I get stressed. Just don't. I mean, it's okay to be, I wanted to play football with my friends, but don't get stressed because of this. It's not a thing that you choose. It's not a thing that you had an option. It's just a thing that happened and you had no control over it. And that's normal. Nowadays, you can, for example, see if there's traffic somewhere, it's going to rain or not. Some days we're not looking at those things and it just happens. And you can choose who can get stressed. It's just one thing that happens. And that's it. The consequences will come, but you tried. That's the important thing. You need to know it's not because you lost that it's bad, you know. I know it sounds really cliche, but if you try your best, that's important. That's the most important thing. I suggest you to take a look at Stoicism. I haven't read any books on it, but I've read some things about it, and it's really good if you have some problems like this. Even if you don't have problems, it's interesting to take a look at it. It's a thing I suggest a lot. There's an extra tip that I can give to you guys that is one thing that I read in a book that's like changed my way of thinking. That is, you can only get stressed and get nervous about a decision before you take it. After you take it, the decision is already made. So, for example, in gambling, you go there, you put your money, and before you bet your money, you have to think, am I ready to lose this money? Am I ready? I have the possibility to win, but am I ready to lose it? And you get quite stressed thinking about it. But yeah, it's important. You get stressed. So you get stressed before, and when you bet your money, just have fun. Because if you get stressed to see like, oh no, am I going to lose? Am I going to win? I'm going to lose. You just start getting stressed, accumulating anxiety, stress, and it's not a good thing. You know, you've already betted the money. Your money's already there. You can take it back. You might win, you might lose. But if you put the work before betting the money, if you like understand your consequences before putting the money there, you probably know. So there's no need to be stressed after you've done after you put the money there. You understand? I think that's it. Stop blaming on things you don't have control over, and you see like really good improvements in your life, and your stress will go from here to here really quick. That's it.